Hi, welcome to my YouTube channel. So my name is Alasia. I wanted to do a YouTube video today about not settling and learning how to love yourself. It has taken me so long to finally accept myself and love myself exactly as I am. But through that, I had to heal. I had to heal from sexual abuse that happened to me when I was younger, and it affected me through my self-confidence and self-esteem. And I had really low self-esteem, really low self-confidence, and I don't know, I just really wanted to make a video on this. So if you are interested, keep watching. So I remember just dating, like when I was dating a lot, like after I graduated high school, I just wanted to date. I wanted to find my husband. I just wanted to, get married. But it was like when I was dating, it did not work out. It just kept failing and failing and failing, and it was like a lot of things would come up, like anxiety. My traumas would come up a lot when I was dating, and so it became hard to even like try to date someone when I'm like trying to heal from my shit. Like it was just a lot, and it was like really hard, and I just kept dating though, because I was basically dating to distract myself from all the healing I needed to do. Like I knew like I needed to heal from everything that happened to me from childhood, from my teenage years, from becoming an adult. So I just had a lot to work on, and I was just dating. But I was like, no, I'm just gonna date. I'm not gonna do that. You don't want to go there. You don't want to heal. It's hard. It's scary. But it's so necessary. And I got to the point to where the last date I went on, I'm not gonna say names, but this is how bad, my self-confidence was. Like he joked about killing me, and that is just like red flag, right? And that was the last date. I was just like, okay, I'm done. I'm done with dating. I can't do this anymore. I need to work on myself. Like it was just getting to the point to where even the nice guys were actually not nice guys, if you know what I mean. And so that was the final straw. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna finally just face it. I'm gonna heal. So I started going to therapy, and I started to just work on myself. And therapy didn't really work for me. I had something traumatic happen to me actually through EMDR. It's kind of made, so with EMDR, it's like you look at this light and it's supposed to help you with, you're like reprocessing your trauma, like you stare at a light. And so I did that, not with the light, but I did it with, there's two. So there's one you can look at the light and you're like listening, I think you're listening to the beats. You're not, yeah, so you're looking at the light and you're like reprocessing your trauma, like your therapist will say things to you. Or there's one where you, sorry, it's the vibration ones. They're like these little things you hold, and then you have headphones, and or you can do it like that way, but you can still like hear your therapist. And like there's like beeping. No, it's not the beeping, sorry. It's the vibrations you're feeling in your hand. Sorry. Anyway, so I did the light one the second time because I did the vibration one, and I was like, okay, I'll just try this. And it had a negative effect. It made my brain like spiral. And if you watch my my first video, I explained kind of everything that happened. So that's what happened with my therapy experience, which isn't funny, but I've healed from it. So I'm like, I can kind of laugh about it now, and it's not as scary. But through everything, you know, the abuse and everything, God really helped me heal from my over my sexual abuse and anxiety and intrusive thoughts, OCD, all of those things, like all those mental illnesses. And it was through God where I actually learned a lot, because like God just didn't like heal me, right? He didn't just heal all of me. He used my job to help me heal, to literally like help me with the anxiety. Because the thing about God is when you ask for certain things, we expect the strength, and we expect the wisdom, or we expect the healing, right? Like as soon as possible. But that's not how God is. And so he used my job to literally heal me. Through the trauma, through the abuse. And it was a process. It wasn't just a tap and you were done. Like it took a year. Yeah, it took me a year. I still had to work through things, but he used literally like supernatural healing on me, in my brain, in my body, and my and through that, like I learned how to cope with how to heal from everything. So like me before, I was very insecure. I had no voice, literally. I actually could not speak from the trauma that happened. If you watched the first video, I literally could not speak. And I knew this was actually like a generational curse, where like in my bloodline, we just have the hardest time like speaking up for ourselves. And I feel like a lot of women do. A lot of women have a hard time speaking up. Not just women, men too. But I feel like it was specific in our bloodline, like the speaking up was kind of more leaning towards women, but also, men. But I learned to find my voice and to find my confidence. Yeah, it took a long time, and it was hard to experience my trauma because like it was still affecting me. But God slowly healed me. He slowly walked me through it. He slowly like helped me. Like I said, like he didn't just tap me and I was just healed. Like it was an ongoing process of like healing and working through my stuff and working on myself. And like building confidence in myself. Like he would use certain things like to help me heal. Like I did yoga school, and he used that to heal me. It was an amazing experience. I learned so many things and I met so many cool people. I feel like I'm going off topic a little, but I just wanted to explain how God did not just heal me like that. He continuously was healing me, and he, yeah. But anyway, getting back to the point, I don't want this video to be too long, but when you do finally face your trauma, because like I said, I still had to, choose to heal from my trauma. He didn't just tap me, right? I still had to work on it. I still had to work on things that, the trauma, that how it impacted me. So, I learned, to speak up for myself, and I finally realized like that I really don't need male validation. Like that was another wound. That's a childhood wound. Is, seeking male validation, constantly needing attention. Those are like childhood wounds that people aren't maybe aware of. I don't know. Probably some. Definitely, yeah, some, obviously. But that was something I really had to work on, and God helped me through it. And I learned, okay, I don't need this constant male validation. I don't need this constant male attention. Like, God is enough. And once I started to learn how to love myself and like heal from my trauma, like that was what helped me heal from that. And I feel like I feel like it's really common for women, and it's okay, to want the attention and the validation, but it does stem from something somewhere, and I would know. I would know. And don't judge yourself for it, like I used to judge myself so much for it, but when you learn like where something comes from, you have a different perspective on it, and you're not so judgmental, towards yourself. And I'm like, oh, so this is where this comes from, and once you're aware of like why you do certain things, like if you do shadow work, you can really figure out so shadow work is basically being aware of your own limiting beliefs, self-sabotage, what are other things? Sorry. Yeah, I can do a video on that later, but yeah, but when you finally just are ready to face your shit, that is when you start to heal. And that's when you start to heal your self-confidence and your self-esteem. And with that, it will show up in your relationships. Like when I wasn't healed, or when I wasn't even trying to heal, like I liked the bad boy. Like I liked the bad boy. I wanted, it's just, sometimes it's like movies and stuff that can impact that too. But it's also like trauma. It's like that, like you want to feel butterflies and you want to feel the nerves and all that, and it's like that's actually not healthy. And that's something I had to learn was, okay, butterflies are a red flag. You don't want a man that makes you nervous. Like you're literally gonna throw up. Like you don't want that. And I see it a lot actually, where women they want the butterflies. They're used to kind of the chaos, right? So I used to find comfort in the chaos, and I would self-sabotage like And because, like, if something was calm, like, if something was bringing me peace, like, I was like, this is weird. Like, it was not normal to me, like, to feel calm and peace. And so I was like, this is weird. So then I self-sabotage, right? And that is a trauma response, something I had to learn. And yeah, and same thing goes with dating, and you want to feel those butterflies and you're used to the chaos. Maybe you were in an abusive household and you're used to to the chaos it brought, And I don't think people understand or realize that sometimes things get passed down from our parents too, where we're like, wait, why am I feeling this way? Why am I attracted to this? And it's like, you have to understand that it really does stem from, like, your bloodline and your parents. And, it's like generational curses. And when I finally, found my worth and my self-worth and the healing began, and I really accepted the healing, because you have to accept it. You have to accept healing. You have to want to heal. Like, you can't just force yourself. I mean, you have to want to heal. Like, you can't try to change a man. You can't try to change a woman. You can't try to, like, be like their savior. Like, you have to do it. I had to learn that too. That's another trauma response, is wanting to save people or be saved yourself. And I remember I wanted to be saved by a man. But then I wanted to save a man too. Like, I wanted to help him and be like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. And it's like, I wanted to heal him, but I needed healing. It's like, what about me? Like, my soul was like, what about you? Like, you can't just go and try to heal these men when you're not even, even really healed, But when you start to heal, it shows up in your relationships. And, like, now, right, bad boy, I want the bad boy. Now I don't. Now I want a man that is going to respect me in every single way, and that is going to be loyal to me. And I feel like loyalty these days, like, it's not, like, it's something where people are like, oh my gosh, he's loyal. And it's like, but that's actually, like, the standard. That's not even the bare minimum. It's, like, expected, in a relationship. And I feel like hookup culture kind of ruined that, honestly. No, I feel like hookup culture did. I don't agree with hookup culture. I'm not gonna go there, but yeah, I don't know, like, what you've been through, but if some of these things resonated with you, please, reach out. Let me know. I can help you. I know it's hard to face your past traumas. Like, I know how hard that is, but I'll promise you, like, it gets so much better once you start to heal and once you face it. Like, you can't run away from it. You can't. You have to face it. And even though it's scary, like, I mean, it was scary for me. I didn't want to do it, but I had to, sometimes you have to do it. Like, it just keeps coming up and keeps coming up, and it's like, okay, what do I do with this? And you can start with therapy. Everyone is so different, obviously it it does work for a lot of people though. And you just have to be aware, and you have to be cautious of who you're going to and what you're doing. But I don't know, I just remember how I was in relationships when it came to relationships, and liking the toxic bad boy. And then when I finally started to heal, that was when that came down, and I was like, wait, that's not normal. I don't want a toxic man. I think the toxic comes from like, oh, I want a man that can like fuck me good. I don't know if I'm supposed to say this on here, but I think that's where it comes from, is the just like, he'll be good and bad, you know? But I know that when you finally start to heal, like, everything around you looks so different, and you start to see the world in a different light, and you start to see relationships in a different light. And maybe you're struggling, you know, you're wondering why no relationship works. Like, are you avoiding something? Are you avoiding, you know, healing? You know, that might be a reason. And I don't know, I hope this encourages someone to talk about, you know, some abuse that happened. And once you talk about it and you get it out, you'll feel that weight lift off of you, and you will feel so much better once you just let it go and you say it. And you're like, you know, but tell someone that you can trust, you know, whatever happened to you, whether you're male or female, doesn't matter. You know, talk to someone that you can trust about, you know, what you went through. So I hope this video helped. I think I'm gonna do a separate video about yeah, self-esteem and all that. And yeah, just let me know what else you want me to talk about. So bye.